Are your classes stressing you out? Are your professors assigning 1,000 group projects? If you answered yes to either of those questions, then we've got the perfect trip for you. Arugam Bay, Sri Lanka is a charming, carefree coastal getaway. Arugam Bay is one of Sri Lanka's most appealing tourist attractions. Temperatures hold an average of 70 to 80 degrees year-round, so you are sure to have a warm and relaxing spring break trip. A typical round-trip flight to Arugam Bay will cost about $1,000 USD. This seems a bit pricey, but it will be the most expensive thing on your entire trip. Arugam Bay has extremely low prices. Your flight will arrive in Colombo, Sri Lanka at the Bandaranaike International Airport. A variety of transportation options are available, including buses, taxis, and if you're feeling like you want to take more of a native approach, you can travel in a tuk-tuk to your final destination of Arugam Bay. Take into consideration when you finally reach your destination, you will be 10.5 hours ahead of U.S. Central Time Zone, but don't worry, you'll have too much fun to notice. In order to enter Sri Lanka, you will need a visa and a valid passport, so it's important to get this done well in advance of traveling.
There are many affordable hotels that reside on the coast of Arugam Bay near local beaches and activities. The prices are about $50 per night. Some of the nicest ones are the Stardust Beach Hotel and Bay Vista Hotel. Hotels primarily include pool access, complimentary breakfast, and a beautiful view of sandy white beaches. Many of them have spas, yoga rooms, and many other activities. And yes, don't worry, free Wi-Fi is included so you can post that Instagram-worthy beach selfie.
Some fun and exciting excursions to consider while on spring break include surf lessons, wildlife safaris, and moped tours. Arugam Bay is very widely known as a surfing destination, so this is something to check off your bucket list. Surfing lessons take place at Elephant Rock, which is one of the most popular surfing areas in Arugam Bay. While exploring the area, a climb to the top of Elephant Boulders provides an unforgettable view of the ocean. Surfing lessons range from $20 to $50 depending on the time of day. After you've taken in the beauty of the water, you can enjoy the natural habitat of Sri Lanka. The wildlife safari is a 6 to 8 hour excursion with a price of $35. This involves an interactive tour with a variety of exotic animals ranging from birds to elephants, with a rare sighting of a leopard if you're lucky. You're guaranteed a day of Arugam Bay's beautiful scenery at Kumana National Park. If you're feeling like exploring more of the wildlife, you can rent mopeds and travel through southern Arugam Bay and explore Panama Tank, also known as Crocodile Point. Many locals will let you rent their mopeds for the day for about $5. While in Arugam Bay, we want your nights to be just as exciting as your days. There are many bars and restaurants along the coast for you to party at. One of the most famous nightlife destinations in Arugam Bay is Mambo's Hikadua, which involves a mixture of locals and tourists partying until the sun comes up. There is no cover charge for tourists that decide to go to Mambo's, as well as other local clubs, so you will only need to worry about paying for the drinks. Many people have said that this is the place to be on a Saturday night. Friends Indeed is also a hot spot that many tourists like to travel to. It's located right on the beach and has live entertainment every night, amazing atmosphere, great food, and good vibes. Other places for drinks and entertainment are Siam View for beer and Hideaway Hide and Chill Bar for cocktails. You can snag a beer for the price of $2 to $4 and a cocktail for about $5. Most bars on the coast offer live entertainment during the night, so you will never be bored.
If you're looking to go grab some food and drinks, you're in luck because there are many restaurants within the area. One of the most talked about restaurants is The Sketch. The Sketch offers a variety of foods including Indian food, seafood, Asian food, Sri Lankan food, Italian food, Israeli food, as well as vegetarian and vegan options. This place has just about every food you'd ever need during your trip. The Sketch is extremely inexpensive for high-quality food. There, of course, is a wide variety of restaurants along the coast that are very cheap. A typical day's average for meals in Sri Lanka is $8.05. This is well below the average amount that people typically spend on food and drinks in one day. Tipping in Arugam Bay is also far less than in America, seeing as servers only expect a 10% tip instead of 20%. Room cleaners at hotels typically get tipped 100 rupees, which is $1.45 USD, and about 50 cents for shoe minders at temples.
Here are some things to consider while traveling through Arugam Bay. Sri Lanka is a very religious location, so there are a few key points you should remember when traveling there. If you plan to visit any of the temples, you must remove shoes and hats. If you don't, it is seen as a form of disrespect. Your clothing should also cover shoulders, arms, and legs at the temples. Make sure to never pose beside or in front of a statue because this too is considered disrespectful. You may not display body art or clothing that includes an image of the Buddha. Doing so could get you arrested and deported from Sri Lanka. You must also ask permission to take pictures while visiting places of faith. While at the beach, you may not be nude or topless at any time. Modesty is also important, so no overt displays of affection. The only place you may get away with PDA is during the night at clubs and bars. Otherwise, affection is seen as a private thing and should only be displayed in private. You may also avoid the use of your left hand because in Sri Lanka, the left hand is considered unclean. You should either use both hands or just your right while you're there. If you plan to head out of Arugam Bay and travel around Sri Lanka, security checkpoints are common, so you should always have a valid form of identification. Also, keep in mind that there are two languages spoken in Arugam Bay, Sinhala and Tamil. Don't worry though, many of the locals in Arugam Bay speak English as well to accommodate the tourists that are visiting. If you want to attempt to learn common words and phrases, it may be appreciated, but typically the locals of Arugam Bay are used to speaking English. The local currency is a Sri Lankan rupee. 1 USD is equivalent to 174.97 LKR.
Here is a look at how much you will be spending in 6 days at Arugam Bay, Sri Lanka. Your flight is $1,000. Your transportation for 6 days will be about $20.22. Your hotel will be $50 a night, which will be about $300 for 6 days. Your excursions will cost a total of $75, and food and drinks will be about $15 a day. This brings your grand total to $1,410.22.
Arugam Bay is the best place to plan your spring break vacation. Grab your group of friends and book with us today.